Hey guys, it's me. I'm in a kind of weird mood, and I'm not really sure why. I think I can take, no, sunglasses stay on. I'm in a sing-along mood, so I might do some sing-along in the car. Yeah, toll road. Yeah, so I might do some sing-along in the car and leave the camera on. I'm not a great singer, but it might be funny. I'll see. But I went to this coffee shop today, and it was my first coffee, and it was 2 p.m. So my head was already starting to get a bit ouchy. If you're addicted to caffeine, you know that feeling. So I went to get my coffee, and there's this little coffee place that's kind of near my house. And I love the woman who works there. She's worked there for at least 10 years. And she's been serving me coffee for 10 years. And it's so cute because she recognizes the family cars that I drive. So when she sees that I've pulled up in one of the family cars, she's already making my coffee. So when I'm walking in, she's in the middle of making my coffee. And it's great. I love it. She knows what I take. She's wonderful. And it's so funny because I started going to that coffee shop when I was 16 years old. I went to school right near there for grade 10 and half of 11. And that's the place I used to go. I dropped out of school after half of grade 11. And for 3 months, nobody knew I had dropped out. So I would leave the house every day at the same time like I was going to school, and I would go sit in this coffee shop drinking coffee and playing this video game called Bust a Move. Let me tell you, I got so good at that game. I'm not that good anymore, but I got so good at that game. I had all the top scores. It was wonderful. Reminds me of the Frogger machine in Seinfeld. Yeah, I was so mad when they sold it. But it's so sweet because she always recognizes me, even though I haven't been around very much in the past 7 years. I mean, I've been in London, and I've been in a different city here in Canada, and only coming in every once in a while. But she still recognizes me, and if I've changed my hair, she notices and comments, and if I've lost weight, she's like, oh my God. I remember the first time I went in there, I hadn't been there. I used to be 50 pounds heavier, and I went there after losing 50 pounds. She hadn't seen me through the whole process. She still recognized me, and she was like, her jaw dropped. She barely recognized me. And that brings up Pride weekend. I forgot to tell you guys, but I ran into an old friend of mine. He actually used to live with me. Fucked me over royally, by the way. Fucked me over royally, so I fucked him over royally. But and it wasn't like a revenge thing, it was just more of I did what I had to do, and I pretty much, I kicked him right the fuck out of my house. But he didn't recognize me at Pride because the last time he had seen me was, I think, 4 or 5 years ago when I was really fat, and he didn't recognize me at all. And I haven't decided if I've forgiven him and it's water under the bridge, or if I'm still mad. I don't think about it very often, and I think I should probably kind of get over it, but he did some really fucked up shit to me, and not gonna go into it, but let's just say he was the worst friend on the planet, and on top of that, the worst roommate on the planet. Yeah, I pretty much ended up supporting him for over a year because he was a dickhead. But one good thing did come out of that. I learned how to say no. I used to be the biggest walkover ducky person ever. Like, everyone would walk right over me because I was too nice, and I would say yes to everything, and everyone would take advantage of me. But this guy cured me of that. because I got so sick and tired of being taken advantage of by the same person over and over and over again, day in, day out, hour after hour, that eventually I snapped and I started being able to say no. And let me tell you, if you haven't learned how to say no yet, it is a freeing feeling. And if you've learned how to say no, but you haven't learned how to say no without guilt, that's the plane to be on. Being able to say no, just because you don't want to do it, without feeling guilty about it. I may sound like a bitch now, but you know what? I needed to do what I needed to do. It was getting way out of hand. I think I had about like 7 friends taking like complete advantage of me all the time. You know, they'd be like, I need to go to this city, will you drive me? And I'd say yes. Like, they'd use me as their taxi service pretty much, a lot. So I learned how to say no, and that was very wonderful. So I do thank him for that, but I don't thank him for anything else today. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. I don't know how I started talking about this, or what I was talking about before. Coffee shop. I don't know how I got onto this. I'm going to have to rewatch this and figure out where my brain's going, because I don't get it. Yeah, my head's really weird. I'm having an okay day. I've had better days, but I've had worse days. And I think some of you might understand this, but if it's not the worst day of your life, it's an okay day. And yeah, it's better than being in the pits, where I have been many a time, let me tell you. And I've decided, if I have survived my life for this long, which is miraculous that I'm here, then I can do it for a couple more days, and a couple days at a time, I'll be fucking fine. It doesn't fucking matter what the hell's going on anywhere else. I'm gonna deal with it, or not deal with it, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And, yeah, so I'm in a strange kind of, I'm in a bit of a hyper mood, if you haven't been able to tell. Very hyper. And, yeah. Hyper. So I'm going to say goodbye. I love you all. Do I really need to say that at the end of every vlog? I think you guys know that. But then I guess new people, I love you too. Yeah, I really like it when I get, like, if someone messages me and, like, I don't know who they are, and they message me that they've, you know, started watching my vlogs, or just to say hi, or, I think that's really cool. That's really fun. Or some person I've never heard of comments on my blog. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so, yeah, new people, love you all. Old people, old friends here. God, it's like you're old friends now. It's been like 2 months, but you know who you are, and I love you all as well, obviously. And I'm going to now take my leave and say laters. Maybe I'll do some singing now. I just might have a problem that you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Okay, so there's like nothing on the radio. I really need to get a new iTrip. And I don't know what's wrong with mine, because it works perfectly at home. But you put it in any car with any car stereo and it doesn't want to work. It won't even turn on in the car.